excitement in the air. ISSA Manning Cup action continues today and is the anticipated semi-final brought to you by your home of champions. We're live at Stadium East in St. Andrew, Jamaica, and we will see the 4 teams battle today with high hopes of getting to the final. Up first, we'll see the defending champions, Jamaica College, face off with Charlie Smith. Let's take a look at the weather here today in St. Andrew. We have bright blue skies. Temperature is at 29 degrees Celsius and humidity at 64%. Good day and hello to all our viewers watching on SportsMax, CEEN TV, CVM, streaming on YouTube and on the SportsMax app. We have exciting semi-final action for you today. Up first, we'll see Jamaica College face off with Charlie Smith. Now, Jamaica College, they have the most titles in Manning Cup. They have 30. They have been performing so well throughout the season. They performed well in the first round, leaving at the top of the table, advanced to the quarterfinals and leave the quarterfinals at the top as well. They have scored a total of 30 goals and only conceded 5, so they definitely have a strong defense. Now they're going up against Charlie Smith. Now Charlie Smith, they have 3 titles. Their last one was back in 1995, so they've been working hard to take home another one this season. They've scored a total of 14 goals and conceded 12. Last time they went head to head, Jamaica College lost. Jamaica College won 2 goals to nil. My apologies. What will happen today though, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm urging all our viewers to go on our social media platforms and leave your comments in support of your favorite teams. Now it's time to hear about much more about our semi-finalists from our commentary team, Chris Taylor, but first, Donald Oliver.
Thank you so much, Cody. I tell you what, Jamaica College, they have been impressive all season, Chris, and they have been basically cruising through the rounds. Of course, with the exception of that opening game loss, they would have not opening game loss, but there was some difficulty as far as their opening matches are concerned. But they have gone into a flow in this competition.
Yeah, they're certainly tightened the screws as the competition has gone on, the chemistry and so on, which is something that we're used to seeing from Jamaica College in terms of slow starts. That loss came in their second game against Kingston Technical. But yes, their first game was a hard-fought 0-0 draw with Calabar. And as they went on further, as we see Duncan McKenzie, who is their designated penalty kicker as well as their captain, they have really looked like a formidable unit. Yes, they have fallen short in the Champions Cup, but this tournament is where we've usually seen the best of Jamaica College. As far as Charlie Smith is concerned, it's very difficult to read them, right? Obviously not the free-flowing style that we would expect from the team from Arnett Gardens, but resilience has been the best description assigned to them. That man you see there, Damar Brown, number 9. Charlie Smith have always been able to produce quality strikers throughout their dominance in schoolboy football, and this number 9 is looking to make a claim as well. 7 goals on the season for Damar Brown, and he and this man Gibbs will certainly make things problematic for JC in the back. But as you said, resilient, disciplined, good work ethic, and that is what Eugene Williams expects from his boys, and that's what they have delivered so far. On paper, not as talented as some of the other teams that we have seen, but year in, year out, Charlie Smith get to the semi-finals of the Manning Cup. And as it begins to rain here at the National Stadium East Field, of course, later on, Kingston College will do battle with St. Andrew Technical. Another intriguing encounter. KC, they're the ones that have been cruising in the Manning Cup so far. I believe they've just conceded once all season, and of course, they're led by that man, Christopher Pearson. And if he shows up, well, it's going to be really difficult for STATHS. Christopher Pearson and Jamon Barclay, the official captain Barclay, and their number 10, those two the big name players within the middle of the park for this KC team. And as you said, you could see the two of them linking up there to provide that excellent strike by Pearson, and they will need to have an excellent game if they're going to overcome this St. Andrew Technical team, which are a young team, smaller in stature, but yes, KC have come into this tournament as the favourites and have lived up to that expectation so far. They got a rude awakening in the Champions Cup as well, and that will probably make them extra resurgent.
and of course St. Andrew Technical. They went through the back door, so to speak. Of course, they never expected to be here, but because of boardroom decisions, which led to the elimination of Camperdown and Tivoli High, they really want to take their chances this afternoon.
They've made the most of it. 4 semi-finals in 4 years. Well, that is consistency from Philip Williams and whichever team he has had at St. Andrew Technical. And they have produced a lot. As I said, very young team, but able to get results as well. No longer in the Champions Cup, so this to concentrate on. And it will be the story of the Omars, Leng and Reed.
Yep. And of course, they'll be hoping to actually get to the final and win it, because they haven't done so in a while. Back to Cody downstairs.
Earlier on I said we had bright blue skies, but right now we're having a little bit of rain. Yes, Donald, I'm very impressed about all these teams, their performance so far this season. We're going to turn over to our digital team feature from the boys from Arnett Gardens, Charles Smith.
They are far from strangers, a coveted friendship that becomes second to the color of a shirt. Eugene Williams and Byron Earl formed a golden playing partnership in 1988, which gave Charlie Smith their first Manning Cup and Olivier Shield titles. And now, 33 years later, they have reignited their alliance in quest for another silverware, this time from the touchline. Coach Williams, who captained that winning team, expresses how special it was to create history, becoming a treasured beacon to his community.
We are live off until to the day, man. And that, remember, we create the history. We set it. That everybody else come after.
Their squad had talent and depth that fought to the end. It was a group of boys who shed tears and shared dreams together, playing their hearts in total harmony.
My assistant out there, Byron Earl, I let them put King on him name because the way he performed. Yeah, that exceptional way. We have such talent around me, and it was like, majority of us, it was like us who from in the community. So we know what it was going to take. The hard work, the sweat, the blood, and the tears we go to the day we have to do.
Chasing title number 4, Coach Earl is elated to be working with his former captain, whose leadership he enjoys and admires.
It's a pleasure to be with Big Ed. Knowing that my captain, he was my captain from Manning Cup till now, still a leader. And we work at the youth levels with Arnett, and now we are here at the school. So it's a pleasure to be with him again.
The 1988 championship is now a vivid reality that came to pass. But these two icons are trying to get Charlie Smith back to where it once was and how it should always be.
Defending champions, they are warming up right now. Even though the rain is on, the heat is on for them. They look very focused for the game ahead. Now the boys in yellow, they're also warming up in this little drizzle here, but they definitely look focused ahead. Charlie Smith. Guys, I'm so excited for the game ahead of us. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, Jamaica College versus Charlie Smith semi-final action.
here at Stadium East as the players continue their warm-up, but so much happening on the home of champions as the Carabao Cup semi-final is on Wednesday, 2:45 p.m, 3:45 ECT. It's Tottenham against Chelsea. You don't want to miss that one on SportsMax. And then on Thursday, Liverpool against Arsenal. That's at 2:45 p.m, 3:45 p.m. ECT. That will be on SportsMax. Yeah, it's really coming down hard. I don't think it's going to last too long though, Chris Taylor, as usually the rains come from the east. And as far as what we're seeing here, it's pretty clear over on that side, but Charlie Smith, they look pretty comfortable as they prepare and they are focused for this game. But as I said, I don't think the rains will last too long. What it will though is keep the conditions pretty cool here as we take a look at what happened with Jamaica College in the quarterfinal round of the Manning Cup. They got by St. Catherine 3-1. It was a really entertaining game with St. Andrew Technical beating them by 5-3. I think STATHS actually had the lead on a couple of occasions. They were leading 3-1 actually, and Jamaica College having to come from behind in that one. And of course, they got by Mona by 2-0. So JC, they pretty much had it their own way in the quarterfinal round, Chris.
Yeah, 3 from 3, and as we said, getting stronger as the competition went on. As we saw the first round progress, Jamaica College certainly looked a more formidable unit, got more goals in the back of the net, and as you said, that resilient nature, that hard to lose nature, coming out even more from Jamaica College. As I said, after 39 minutes in that match with St. Andrew Technical, it was 3-1 to them, and it got greasy like this in terms of rainy conditions, and they made the most of it. JC, 4 goals in quick succession and won that game by 5-3. So I don't think they'll mind the rain here. We'll make the conditions a little bit more slippery, make the ball shoot across it a lot nicer, and they might benefit actually from these conditions more than Charlie Smith.
Yep, Charlie Smith actually with a couple of wins in the quarterfinal round stage, getting by Kingston Technical 4-1, which was a little bit of a surprise, if I'm to be honest with you, based on how Kingston Technical threatened at the start of the competition. Of course, they got by Excelsior 2-1. Again, a bit of a surprise based on how they performed in the in the earlier stages of the competition, Excelsior, and of course they went down 3-0 to Kingston College in their final outing.
Yeah, Kingston College, that was the first match actually of the quarterfinal. Right? Yeah. Kingston College, definitely a better team on that day, and they showed that against Charlie Smith. But Charlie Smith, as they have done so many times over so many years, that resilient nature coming in that tough match against Excelsior, and 2-1 Damar Brown and company proving to be the difference in that one, and then a big beating of Kingston Technical by 4-1. So that was impressive.
Yep, as far as the head-to-head is concerned, well, of course, earlier this season, Jamaica College recorded that 2-0 win over Charlie Smith, and well, Charlie Smith, they hadn't had a lot of luck with JC over the years, have they?
No. But as I said, there have been tight battles, as you can see in 2017, 2015, a 2-2 draw, 1-1 draw as well. And in 2017 as well, JC winning 3-0. But that match at Jamaica College this season, even though it ended 2-0 to JC, Charlie Smith did have their chances, and it was actually a close game for quite a bit of it. Jamaica College did benefit from a penalty which was scored by Duncan McKenzie, and I think there was another goal by Giovanni Mitu as well. Those were the 2 goals, but this Charlie Smith team have gotten stronger as the competition has gone on. Certainly a better unit than we saw in the first round, and I think Eugene Williams actually now knows his best starting 11 and how to go about the business.
The question is, you wonder if JC, they know their best starting 11. Of course, they've been around for a while. In fact, since 1789, that's when they were founded. Of course, they have a population of under 1,800. Their traditional navy blue outfit and 30 Manning Cup crowns to their names. Of course, work is always burning in the field for them. Let's see what they're up to as they prepare for this semi-final clash.
They're highly motivated. They know what is at stake. We are the defending champions of the Manning Cup. That has always been one of our goals, to get here, to have a chance to play in a Manning Cup final again. So, I mean, the loss in the Super Cup was tough, but we live to fight again.
What is it about Jamaica College that coming into Manning Cup semi-finals and so on, there is always an extra focus in terms of what needs to be done?
Well, the preparation that would have gone into the Super Cup game would be totally different from the preparation for the Manning Cup game. I believe we tried some things in the Super Cup. Unfortunately, we didn't come out on the winning end, but we're okay. And we're here ready to play in the semi-final of the Manning Cup, the real reason why we're actually here.
It's a bit unusual to see so many changes at this point of the season to the starting lineup of Jamaica College. Why has that been? Has that affected you somewhat?
I wouldn't say it was. I mean, injuries have a lot to do with it as well, but I think we would have been prepared to play in all the competitions, and we'd have a squad deep enough to play in all the competitions. So we rotate the players according to what we see in training and what the coach sees fit going into any encounter.
As we take a look at the player to watch for Jamaica College, Tariq Zimenez. I mean, so much is expected from him, but this is a young man that has experience at the Premier League level in Jamaica. And I always say that they really should dominate when they take part in schoolboy football. And to be fair, he's done really well this season.
4 goals, 5 assists. Yes, he's been very exciting when we've seen him on the field. I'm surprised he hasn't scored more goals. Overlaps very well, Tariq Zimenez. Versatile player, can play all over the park. Change of his acceleration is excellent, and he's very fast with the ball, and I think he needs to do a lot more, though. I think in a critical time for Jamaica College to link up with Duncan McKenzie and so on to really bring them success this season.
You talk about Charles Smith, you talk about attractive football, you talk about them founded in 1975. On the 20th anniversary, they actually won their first Manning Cup crown, the first of 3, of course, and their motto, effort, the key to success. Small school, traditional brown and yellow. Let's hear from the coaching staff, in particular Eugene Bigot-Williams, who spoke with Chris Taylor.
That's something we're used to. I think we'll get enough time. We'll get a couple of days extra.
All right, another semi-final for Charlie Smith. How different is this era compared to when you would have played?
Far, far, far different. But if we give and take, for them time now, for us rewrite for them history.
Well, your tactics so far have been successful. Many would not have expected you to get to the semi-final. What would you give credit to for that?
Hard work, dedication, discipline.
And coming up against this tough JC unit, obviously a very deep squad. What are your plans going into this one? What are you expecting?
Well, as I will tell you, this is a final, and it's only one game. So both teams have come prepared to win. So who hungry most on the day, they're going to be successful.
Any changes to the team we saw last time?
Well, you will see.
Yeah, we'll see. Damar Brown, though, is a staple in the starting lineup. He's done so well. 7 goals from his 10 appearances so far, the number 9. And in his final season, he's hoping that this is not his final game.
Goes in and out of games a lot, Damar Brown, but when he's called upon, he has found the back of the net so far this season. As I said, 7 goals and some critical ones as well. The tall number 9, he'll be impressive, hopefully, for Charlie Smith. And here is a look at some of the ones he has scored so far. That one in particular, great composure, great strike, technique, excellent, and he will hope to add his 8th and maybe some more as well.
So much to look forward to as we prepare for the first semi-final in the Manning Cup. Jamaica College against Charlie Smith. The teams, well, they continue to warm up in the rain. They continue to have their final meetings and make sure that their minds are right before they grace the field here at the National Stadium East. We take a break. Back with more after this. number 4. The battle for the right to be called the best urban era schoolboy football team continues on in earnest. This unique season, which transcends into a new year, enters the semi-final stage. By sunset, we will know the finalists. The first game of this doubleheader will see the champions in action. Jamaica College are the punter's choice in their matchup with Charles Smith High. JC already with 30 Manning Cup crowns. Charles Smith seeking their 4th and first since 1995. Who knows if rain will be the focus on a team's parade here this afternoon, as already some areas of the pitch waterlogged, but let's see if that will hamper today's game. There's Jamaica College just making their final prep as we say good afternoon to Chris Taylor once more. How are you anticipating this matchup?
I think it'll be a lot closer than people expect. I think Eugene Williams and Byron Earl have done a great deal with this Charlie unit team. Winners in 1988, 90 and 95. And for much of the last decade, they have been a thorn in the side of many of the favourites in the competition. And yet another semi-final. There you saw, there is Eugene Big Head Williams and Byron Earl alongside him. Champions in 88, played between 86 and 1990, a glorious era for Charlie Smith. Semi-finals, finals in 86, and winners in 88 and 90. Semi-finalists in 87. Big Head Williams was the captain of that unit in 88. There's Davion Ferguson, coach of JC. Definitely wasn't the favourite in 2019, but got the job done, and it said a lot about his coaching skills and man management capabilities. And again, not necessarily the favourites this year, JC, but because of what he's done in 2019, it's hard to look past him in terms of creating success yet again. And as you see the rain coming on, I definitely think that these rainy conditions will actually suit JC a lot better than Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith would probably be looking to slow down the game. JC probably wouldn't mind a high-paced game, especially with the overlapping abilities of Tariq Zimines and the quick feet ability of that man Duncan McKenzie. So the ability to move the ball quickly and a lot of ball handlers all around the park will actually suit Jamaica College these rainy conditions.
Yep. The question is how this will play out, because the siege will begin soon.
Charlie Smith, who contain, will certainly looking initially, I think, to score on the counter with the likes of Damar Brown and Andre Gibbs, who himself spent some time at Jamaica College, Andre Gibbs, before coming over the Charlie Smith number 10.
The teams will make their way out to the field now. Charlie Smith in decades past would light up one's imagination and showed us the highest standard, which was now clinging on to those halcyon days as inspiration for the umpteenth time. The school now dreams of what can be. Jamaica College, with the exception of that loss to Kingston Technical, has brought with them the swagger of champions this season. There should be no question as to who the favourite is in this battle. For Charlie Smith, dogged determination has replaced a bewitching style of play, and they'll need every ounce if they are to get beyond the champions this afternoon. Of course, the last time Charlie contested a Manning Cup final, the opponents today were in their way. Now, these opponents seek to put a stop on them advancing to the showpiece event. Destiny at the moment is in knots, as fate will be decided by the will of 22 boys in the beginning, and who knows how many by the end. Duncan McKenzie, the skipper of Jamaica College, waiting there with the referees. As his opposite number joins him. Veralton Nemad will be in charge of this one. Stephanie Dale Yising and Damian Williams will be his assistants.
So you're kicking that side, right?
This is how Jamaica College would line up. Denzel Smith is in goal. Back four of Michael Graham, Xavier Davidson, Dante Wines, and Tariq Ziminis. In the middle of the park remain Blake, Duncan McKenzie, and Saviola Blake. And up front, Dwight Merrick, Marlon Pennycook, and Javier Lynch.
They'll be playing a 4-3-3 formation, Jamaica College. Good to see Marlon Pennycook in the starting lineup today. Exciting number 11. He'll be playing on the flank. And he will certainly bring some energy and some width to this JC attack.
It's a familiar lineup for Charles Smith. No changes made since the last time we saw them. Chad Green, of course, in goal. The back three of Daquan Green, Mario Foster, and Trevon Lowe. In the middle of the park, Tevin Richards, Kareem Griffiths, Vernox Dwyer, and Andre Gibbs. Up top, Michael Miller, Tyree Crossman, and of course, Damar Brown.
No surprise that it's the 3-4-3 formation for Charlie Smith. As we said, the man up front to look for Damar Brown, and Andre Gibbs, his able assistant.
The rain has eased. Charlie Smith will kick off, and they'll be kicking towards the Blue Mountain Range, and Jamaica College will respond, of course, in the other direction towards the Caribbean Sea and to downtown Kingston in particular. And Charlie Smith looking to try to make a mark in the opening stages of this